So for those of you who were here like 3 years ago, or at the other location 3 years ago when I was last here, you may remember that I am a professional kite flyer, which affords me the opportunity to travel the world flying kites in a lot of interesting places, which has on several occasions included India, a wonderful, amazing country. I highly recommend it because in January they have a kite flying holiday. So every January 14th, there is a big kite festival in Ahmedabad, and they invite kiters from all over the world, and we go there and we fly kites, and it's a good time with a couple of issues. Now, I love Indian food. I love American Indian food. Because the thing is that when you go to the state of Gujarat, it is primarily vegetarian. And they give you a lot of green mush. And they cook in sunflower oil. So pretty much for the week that you're there, you're eating well-lubricated roughage with predictable digestive effects. The other issue is currency exchange, because India does not allow rupees out of the country. Now, if I'm going to Europe, I can stop in a AAA and swap dollars for euros, and everything's easy. You can't do that going to India. You have to wait till you get to the country. And when we get to the country, it's a holiday. All the banks are closed. We've solved that problem. Our good friend and travel agent, Mr. Rao, will show up at the hotel on the first day of the festival with a suitcase full of cash and does exchange for everybody. So I give him some dollars, and he gives me a stack of rupees, which I cram into my wallet, full closed, and put in my back pocket. And off to the kite field we go. Sometime after lunch, I feel the first gurgle. And I head off toward the little boy's room. I heard this lady over here before mention the term Mongolian squat toilet, which would be an improvement because what they have at the kite field in Ahmedabad is sort of a cesspool with a sheet of plywood over it, and there's some circular cutouts, shitholes, if you will. And I pick my hole, undo my belt, back up, drop trowel, and hear a plop. And realize that my overstuffed wallet has exited my back pocket and is now in the pool. Now, there is no question that I'm going in for this wallet, because in there I've got my ID, my MasterCard and Visa, 43,000 rupees, my Sheets and Rudders cards. I gotta go for it. So I climb up on top of that piece of plywood, holding my nose. And if it's not obvious, I'm larger than the average Indian. The next sound I heard was a crack as the plywood broke, spilling me into the pool. Well, as long as I'm there, I might as well fish around. And I found the wallet and got up out, and luckily there was a hose nearby. I was able to hose myself down and clean off as best I could, put the wallet back in the pocket, and I squelched my way back over to the kite field. Now there's a policeman monitoring the gate to the field because there's 100,000 Gujaratis trying to get in there, and they only want to have the kiters on the field. And this police officer, doing his job, asked me for my ID. And I reached into my pocket and pulled out my wallet and saw somebody else's picture staring back at me, because this was a wallet that I had never seen before in my life. and I squelched my way back to the bathroom. If nothing else, I can tell you, and because I know, the people of India, they are spicy.